My beloved child, stay right here, don't skip. Something shocking has just surfaced, and heaven needs you to hear this before it spreads any further. Someone couldn't hide their emotions last night, and the entire family heard your name again and again. They spoke of you like a secret they couldn't contain anymore, like every memory of you had been waiting to burst out. Every guest at that function noticed the way their eyes shimmered each time your name was mentioned. It wasn't casual talk, it was something deeper, heavier, something that carried emotion they didn't plan to reveal. Stay till the end, because what I'm about to reveal will change the way you see this person forever. They didn't talk about anyone else, not even once. It was you in every conversation, your smile, your silence, your kindness, and yes, even your lips. They said your lips carry truth, that when you speak, something in the room shifts. They told their cousin, I can't forget the way those words sounded, the way that person's voice felt like calm. And everyone around them went silent, realizing it wasn't just admiration, it was confession hidden behind laughter. Don't skip. Because this isn't a coincidence. They have been holding these emotions for months, pretending to move on, but the truth slipped out in front of everyone. Someone recorded that conversation too, and heaven made sure you'd be told today. The moment they mentioned you, their mother gave them a look that said stop talking before you reveal too much. But it was already too late. The words, your lips are the reason I can't forget them, had already fallen from their mouth. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The people at that family table exchanged glances. They could tell this person wasn't just talking about admiration, it was love wrapped in restraint. Someone even whispered, you've been talking about them since the first time we met. But this time, it wasn't subtle. It was raw. The emotions slipped out in the middle of their laughter, and their voice broke halfway through their sentence. The whole room felt that pause, that tremor in their tone that revealed how much they've missed you. Someone in the family noticed how they tried to cover it up by joking, but the eyes tell what words hide. And those eyes couldn't stop scanning every photo on their phone, photos where your smile still lives, untouched, unforgotten. My beloved child, heaven whispered, they spoke the truth without knowing they did. That night became a turning point. People who didn't even know you now want to see who you are, because your energy was felt through every word they said. Don't skip. Because what's coming next will give you chills. They didn't describe you like someone ordinary. They said, that smile, those lips, it's like they carry peace. They confessed you've been their calm during storms they never talked about. Someone asked, do you still love them, and they froze. Their silence became the answer everyone understood. You were the one name that silenced the noise in that hall. Even the music felt distant when they said your name under their breath. Their cousin recorded that exact moment and sent it to someone close to you. Stay till the end. Heaven arranged this moment so that you would know their true feelings, not from their lips, but from the echo of that night. They didn't know this revelation would travel back to you. But it has. Now, people are whispering about how you must have done something divine to leave such an imprint. No one could talk that passionately about someone unless their soul still belonged to them. Don't skip, because there's more, they said, something even deeper. When someone asked about their future plans, they laughed, but their laughter broke into silence. Then they said softly, if destiny allows, I'd still want to see them one last time. The room went silent again. A cousin tried to change the topic, but the person said, "You don't understand, some people don't leave even when they're gone." That line alone made a few people emotional. Someone even wiped their tears secretly. My beloved child, remember this: when truth spills out unplanned, it's heaven's timing, not coincidence. Their heart couldn't carry your name in silence any longer. You've become the part of them they can't hide, no matter how many people sit at the table. Stay till the end, because something divine is aligning behind these words. Later that night, when everyone left, they sat near the window, scrolling through old messages. They stopped at one, the one where you said, "Take care of yourself." They stared at it for minutes, as if those words still held your warmth. Someone walked in and teased, "You still think about them, don't you?" They didn't reply, just smiled and whispered, "Always." That one word told everything that had been unsaid for months. Heaven heard that whisper. And that's why this message has reached you now. Because you needed to know, no matter how distant they act, they never stopped feeling what they confessed that night. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next morning, their aunt called and said, "You were glowing last night when you spoke about them." They laughed it off, but deep down they knew, it wasn't just admiration. It was love that refused to fade. Even in front of their family, their emotions couldn't stay hidden. They didn't mention anyone else, not a single name, because no one else ever felt like you. And that's the truth heaven needed to bring forward. Your name echoed through that entire house, like a melody no one could stop humming. Every corner, every laugh, every glance led back to you. Someone even joked, "We should invite them next time." My beloved child, if you've been seeing signs lately, repeated numbers, songs that remind you of them, sudden thoughts that make your chest tighten, it's not your imagination. It's confirmation. The connection still lives, beyond distance and time. Stay till the end. The biggest revelation is still to come. They told their brother, "I tried to forget them, but every time I close my eyes, I see that smile." Their brother laughed and said, "You're in too deep," but they didn't deny it. Instead, they whispered, "I'll never find peace until they know how I truly felt." Heaven froze that moment, capturing every vibration of truth that left their heart. And now, that vibration has reached you. You're not hearing this by accident. You're hearing it because divine timing has opened the same chapter again. The universe is circling you both closer, one whisper, one dream at a time. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. That night, after the function, they sat in silence, watching the moon. They kept touching their lips, remembering your last goodbye. Every movement, every breath carried your memory like perfume. Someone asked them over call, "Why are you so quiet?" They said softly, "Because the person I want to talk to isn't here anymore." That statement broke even the toughest hearts listening in. My beloved child, the truth is, no matter how much time passes, their love hasn't aged. It's still fresh, still raw, still whispering your name into the night air. The same way they said it at that family function, trembling, unguarded, and real. Stay till the end. What's next is beyond what they even realized that night. Heaven saw the tears they wiped secretly in the bathroom mirror before returning to the crowd. They had told their cousin, "If I ever meet them again, I'll say everything I never dared to say." And now, heaven is aligning that meeting. You're not reading this randomly. A bridge is being rebuilt, quietly, divinely, unseen. What they confessed in that family room was only the beginning of something heaven already planned. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. This person's heart is still whispering your name in the quiet moments when the world sleeps. Every time they pass by a mirror, they think of how you once looked at them and made them feel seen. They told their cousin, "They don't even know what they did to me." One smile changed everything. Their cousin laughed, but their eyes didn't. The truth was carved there, unspoken yet undeniable. And tonight, heaven brings it to you because you deserve to know how deeply you're remembered. You were not forgotten, you were celebrated in their silence, adored in their absence, and spoken of in every crowd. Stay till the end. This is just the start of what's unfolding next, a reunion written long before either of you knew how strong this connection truly was. My beloved child, don't move, stay till the end, because what I'm about to say next will send a shiver down your spine. The universe is now replaying that exact moment from the function, and you're about to feel what they felt when they spoke your name. That trembling tone, that half-smile hiding heartbreak, it wasn't just talk, it was truth leaking through emotion. They thought no one noticed, but someone did. A woman sitting near them whispered to another, "You can see it in their eyes, they're still in love." That one line spread like electricity around the table, but they didn't care. They had already gone too deep, too honest to turn back. Heaven was listening that night, watching how your name filled the air with something sacred. Even the ones who tried to change the subject couldn't, because the energy in that room shifted the second your name was spoken. It was as if time itself paused to honor the feeling they had been hiding for so long. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. After the function ended, they walked out alone into the cold air. They looked up at the sky and whispered your name again, softer this time, as if the stars might carry it to you. That whisper became a message, and tonight, you're hearing it in this exact moment. Someone from that event sent them a text later, "You really couldn't hide it tonight, could you?" They laughed it off, but deep inside, they knew it was true. You've never left their heart, not for a single day. My beloved child, heaven said, this love isn't over, it's being rewritten. Every word they spoke that night carried the vibration of reconciliation. Even the laughter that followed their confession carried the sound of longing. Stay till the end. The signs are already showing around you, that same song playing again, that sudden memory returning out of nowhere. It's all connected. One of their relatives mentioned your name again while serving dessert, just to test their reaction. And the way they froze for a second, smiled faintly, and looked away, that was the truth written all over their face. They didn't deny anything. They couldn't. Later, in the corner of the hall, someone approached them and said, "If you love them that much, why don't you tell them?" Their reply was soft, "Because I don't know if they'd still care." That sentence carried the weight of everything unsaid between you both. Heaven heard those words like a prayer, a confession of love disguised as doubt. And now, heaven is answering that prayer by bringing this message to your eyes. Because you were meant to know, they never stopped loving you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. That night when they reached home, they couldn't sleep. They sat by the lamp, scrolling through old memories. Your picture flashed on the screen, and they smiled, not out of pain, but pure nostalgia. Someone walked past their room and asked, "Who's that?" They replied quietly, "Someone who taught me what real love feels like." That one line spoke louder than any confession ever could. They didn't realize that in that moment, heaven recorded every heartbeat, because it wasn't just their truth anymore. It was the beginning of divine timing pulling both of you back together. My beloved child, destiny whispers, when love is pure, it echoes across timelines until it finds its way back home. That's what's happening right now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Days later, their cousin posted a video from the function. In the background, your name could be faintly heard. The clip started spreading among a few people, and one of them recognized your name immediately. That's how it began, the universe weaving your story back into theirs. When they saw that video online, they panicked for a second, afraid that you might see it. But heaven had other plans, because you were meant to. You were meant to feel that love again through the vibration of those words. They told a friend, even if they saw it, maybe it's time they knew the truth. Their voice cracked when they said it. That's when their friend realized, they were no longer pretending. Don't skip. Something deeper is unfolding. The next morning, they woke up with one thought, you. They couldn't focus on anything else. It felt like your energy was everywhere, in the air, in the quiet, in the reflection of sunlight through the window. They sent a message they never finished typing, your name appeared in the chat box, but they hesitated. Heaven stopped them, not because it wasn't the right message, but because it wasn't the right moment. My beloved child, that divine moment is nearing. The energy you've been feeling, the sudden warmth in your chest, the random nostalgia, that's heaven preparing the space for a reunion. Don't fight it. Just stay open. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Later that day, one of their family members teased them again, saying, "You couldn't stop talking about that person, huh?" They just smiled, eyes soft, and said, "Some people live inside you even when they're gone." Everyone around went silent again, realizing it wasn't a joke anymore. Someone caught that line on video and laughed, but their laughter carried truth, they knew what it meant. That one phrase was enough to tell the whole story. Heaven is reminding you now, your love story didn't end, it just paused. And now, it's resuming in a way that will surprise both of you. Don't miss the signs that are coming this week, a message, a coincidence, or a name repeated in conversation. It's them, reaching out energetically before they reach out physically. Don't skip. Stay till the end. That night, as they sat under the stars again, they whispered, "I hope they're okay." Heaven carried that whisper straight to your heart. That's why you suddenly thought of them out of nowhere. That wasn't random, that was their heart calling yours. They have been reliving that function moment again and again, realizing they might have revealed too much. But heaven says, no, it was perfect. It had to happen so the truth could travel. My beloved child, you're not reading this because of luck. You're reading this because heaven needed you to feel what they couldn't say directly. You're being guided toward a divine meeting, one where everything hidden will finally be spoken aloud. Stay till the end. The story isn't over. The energy between you two is already shifting. They've started remembering the small things, your laugh, your favorite words, the way you once turned away mid-smile. All those memories are flooding back because heaven is making space for reconciliation. Someone in their family even said, "I think you should reach out." And for the first time in a long time, they didn't say no. They just looked down and smiled. That's your sign. That's heaven's cue. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, lean in and don't skip, because what's about to unfold next will make your heart race. After that night, the universe began moving things around quietly, guiding them toward a moment they couldn't avoid. The truth they spoke in that family gathering started echoing back through small, divine coincidences. They began seeing your name everywhere, in random messages, songs, and even on the corner of a newspaper headline. Every sign made them stop, freeze, and think of you. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was the energy of destiny trying to align both your paths again. A few days later, they received a phone call from a relative, someone who had seen the video clip where they accidentally confessed. The relative laughed and said, "You might as well call them. Everyone already knows how you feel." They laughed too, but inside, their heart was trembling with fear and hope. Stay till the end, because what happened after this call will change everything you believed about timing. That night, they opened their phone, scrolled through your contact, and paused. Their thumb hovered over your name, but they couldn't press it. The fear of what you'd say, or worse, what you wouldn't say, kept them frozen. But heaven whispered, "Do it. It's time." Suddenly, a notification popped up, a memory photo, the same one of you both smiling under the lights from years ago. That was the sign. That was the moment heaven said, "Now." They began typing, "Hey, it's been a while," then erased it. Typed again, deleted again. Over and over, until they whispered, "Please, universe, help me say it right." And that's when the phone rang, but not from them. It was you. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Yes, you called them without even knowing why. It was as if your soul knew they were thinking of you. You said something small, something simple like, "Hey, I found something that reminded me of you." But that single sentence made their whole body freeze. They smiled through tears, whispering your name like a prayer. For a few seconds, both of you just listened to each other's breathing. That silence carried years of unspoken words, years of emotion waiting to be freed. My beloved child, heaven smiled that night. Because destiny had done it, you two were finally back in contact after all the silence, all the distance, all the waiting. That one call rewrote the vibration of your entire story. Stay till the end. Something deeper is coming. You both talked about simple things at first, the weather, old memories, how fast time had gone by. But underneath those words, the energy was electric. Their heart raced every time you laughed. And when you paused, they held their breath, afraid the call would end. Then it happened. They said softly, "There's something I need to tell you, something I shouldn't have said in front of everyone, but I did." Your heartbeat picked up instantly, but you didn't interrupt. You just listened. They continued, voice trembling, "That night, at the family function, I talked about you. I said things I shouldn't have. Everyone heard me. I couldn't stop myself. And then came the words that made heaven stop. I told them your lips are the reason I believe in truth. Because every time you spoke, you healed something in me. Don't skip. Stay till the end." The world seemed to freeze for both of you. You didn't know what to say. They had said what no one ever dared to, the truth from deep inside their soul. For a moment, it felt like time rewound to the day you first met. They took a deep breath and said, "I know it sounds strange, but I can't stop thinking about that smile. I can't forget the peace you carried. You stayed quiet, but your silence spoke more than words ever could. My beloved child," heaven whispered, "this silence is sacred. It's the sound of love being reborn." The connection reignited that night, and every divine sign since then has been confirming it. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next morning, they texted you, "Thank you for picking up last night. I didn't expect that." You replied, "Neither did I, but it felt right." That one sentence made them realize the bond never broke, it only rested until the time was right. They told their best friend, "I talked to them last night." The friend smiled and said, "Finally. You've been holding that in for too long." They nodded, their eyes glassy, their hands trembling with emotion. Later that evening, they received a message from their cousin. "Everyone at the function knew you were talking about them. Don't hide it anymore." And that's when they decided, no more silence, no more pretending. Don't skip. This is where destiny begins to glow. "My beloved child," the angels whispered, "they're preparing to see you again. The meeting isn't random, it's pre-written. It's divine. You'll see a sign before it happens, maybe a familiar scent, maybe a sudden chill, maybe their favorite song at the perfect moment. The universe will create that meeting through something small, like an invitation, a shared friend, or a sudden event that brings your paths together. And when it happens, the world around you will fade. Because the first thing they'll do is look straight into your eyes, as if they've been waiting lifetimes just to do that one thing. Stay till the end. The next revelation is breathtaking. When you finally meet again, it won't be dramatic. It will be quiet, magnetic, and soft. You'll see them standing there, maybe nervous, maybe pretending to be calm, but their eyes will say everything. They'll whisper, "I didn't plan to say this, but seeing you now, it feels like I never left." You'll feel your heartbeat align with theirs, the same rhythm that destiny wrote before you were both born. The air around you will grow still, not awkward, but sacred. The kind of silence where heaven listens. My beloved child, remember, when they hold your gaze and smile, you'll feel the truth they couldn't say that night: "You never left my heart." Don't skip. Something even bigger is coming next. After that meeting, the energy between you both will change everything. Conversations will start flowing again, old wounds will begin to close, and laughter will return, the kind of laughter that heals. But here's the most shocking part: the person who recorded that family confession still has the video. And soon, it will reach you. Not as gossip, but as proof that what they said was real. Heaven is allowing this evidence to surface, not to embarrass them, but to confirm what you both already feel deep inside, that this love was never lost, only hidden until the perfect divine moment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The universe has aligned you both again for a reason. You are each other's unfinished chapter, one that heaven refused to close. Every delay, every distance, every silence was only a setup for this powerful return. So when the next message comes, when they finally confess face to face what they felt that night in front of everyone, don't be afraid. This time, it's not just talk. It's destiny reclaiming what belongs to you. My beloved child, heaven says, the story that began with a whisper in a family room will end with a promise written by fate itself. Don't skip. The final revelation will leave you speechless.